Oh, we're rolling. What's up, guys? Caleb here from SRKCycles.com. I'm already riding, so you can't see the bike. Guys, pretty obvious. It's the only bike we got in with, like, giant black ape hangers. This is the 2011 Harley Davidson Fat Boy Low. I was on a test drive, and you know what? I was already riding, and I thought, you know what? I'm going to flip the camera on. And so I did a UE in a church parking lot, and I thought, you know, this would be a great time to get some video footage of me riding this death trap of a bike. I'm just joking. This bike's amazing, actually. So we just got the stock cable, or the cable stock. We just got the suicide shifter converted back to a clutch up here, like a normal human being, like a normal ape would, ape hangers. So this thing only has a couple death trap things. First off, they're like 20-inch bars, which actually I'm finding very bearable. I like them. Two, the mirror is so small that I feel as though I'm looking through like one of those mirrors that you like carry around in your, like women carry around in their purse, like they flip up their makeup thing and it has that little circle mirror. Not that I know that from wearing makeup, but I'm just saying it's extremely small and just about useless. So that's death trap item number 2. But I want to make a note, this bike is super comfortable, and I'm 6'4", but because of these bars, I think it spaces me out better. I know they're high, they could be a little lower, maybe like here would be great, but it doesn't feel like my knees are all up in my chest, because I'm typically out on some highway pegs like this, and you know, I thought, ooh, I don't know if I'm gonna like this, but it's actually really comfortable. I like this bike a lot. It's got a lot of power, it's got a lot of attitude, it's got a lot of style, it's got a lot of money in this thing, and you don't have to pay a dime for it, which is amazing. That's how I loved about the bikes. So this starts session 1 of my moto vlog. We're not really going to get too in depth on the blog today, but Test Drives with Caleb is a new segment that I'm trying out. We'll see how it goes. I know I got some flack on that first one for not showing you guys the bike, and I thought, wow, what better way to get people to watch my channel than to keep pissing them off. I'm just joking. Than to keep doing that. So I know I'm not showing you the bike again, but I feel like this bike is pretty darn obvious. It's the big old ape hangered 2011 Fat Boy Low, and I will show you the tank. But I love this bike, and here's the deal. These moto vlogs are basically going to be stories about my life that you find humorous, so that you might actually someday like me. I don't know if that's going to happen. That's what I say to every single woman in my life, but you might someday find interest in me. But here's the deal. We just watched the greatest football game of all time last night, and there's no way I can go through this day without talking about it. So, I got 3 points for us today. Point number 1, Tom Brady. Touchdown Tommy. I am not a Patriots fan, guys. Actually, weirdly enough, my whole family are Steelers fans. I am a Los Angeles Rams fan. I know it's really weird. It all started back in the day with Kurt Warner and Marshall Faulk, greatest show on turf. Just a huge Kurt Warner fan, and so I gravitated towards the Rams. I'm really not a bandwagon fan because they're terrible. And honestly, the real sport that I follow, probably closer than anything, well, the real sport that I am diehard about is baseball, and I am Baltimore through and through till the day I die. So, I bleed black and orange. So, Los Angeles Rams are my squad. But let's talk about this game last night. Number 1, Tommy. Touchdown Tommy. We're talking about the most clutch quarterback of all time, and he showed it last night. I mean, come on, guys. He's down by 25 points, and he comes back to win the Super Bowl against the hottest team in the NFL. You Dallas Cowboy fans out there, don't even tell me you guys are the hottest team in the NFL, because the Falcons were outscoring opponents by absurd numbers. And touchdown Tommy, down 28-3, comes the whole way back to win himself a 5th championship. Touchdown Tommy. So, I mean, let's just put it this way. That game was insane. So that's point number 1, Tom Brady. Tom Brady is number 1. That's point number 1, so on and so forth. Point number 2. For all you conspiracy theorists out there, I know you're thinking, wow, halfway through the game, did they start deflating the balls? What did Bill Belichick do? Did he have the other team's playbook? I know you guys are haters, and I know, people hate on greatness, but let's put it this way. They're winners. Everybody hates a winner, and they're winners. I understand why you hate them sometimes, but how can you hate when some team is so good and their second best player wasn't even playing? Rob Gronkowski, who is the best tight end, might be the best receiver option in the NFL, is sitting on the sideline. Guys, touchdown Tommy and the Patriots. Don't hate on greatness. You conspiracy theorists out there can come up with whatever you want. Don't hate on greatness. Point number 3, and this is the most important point. Unlike the Yankees, who buy all of their players, unlike the Yankees, the Patriots are not a big name team. Now, I know they got Tom Brady. I know they got some defensive options that are pretty good. But here's what I'm saying. They're not out spending money like the Yankees are. The Yankees are out buying up every single good player in the NFL, or in the MLB, so that they can try and win as many championships as possible. Let me put it this way. The receiver last night, Julio Jones had a great game, don't get me wrong. The winning receiver last night was a quarterback in college at Kent State. Don't tell me the Patriots don't know how to win with not a lot of talent. Now, trust me, those guys are talented, don't get me wrong. But we got Julio Jones on the other side of the ball. Probably the first or second best receiver in the NFL, depending on how you see him. Honestly, I am a Pittsburgh Steelers fan through and through, and my dude in Pittsburgh is nasty. Let's just put it that way. He is just straight up disgusting. And so, between him and Julio, I'm going to go out on a limb here, and I'm going to say Julio is definitely, if not 1, he's definitely number 2, besides Antonio Brown. But Julian Edelman, making one of the craziest catches in NFL Super Bowl history, and he was a quarterback at Kent State. So, point number 3 is, don't try and compare him to the Yankees. Don't try and compare him to these big market teams. I know they got a lot of money. I know they got a lot of wins now. But let me put it this way. They are winning with some guys that didn't even play. LeGarrette Blount was sitting on the bench in Pittsburgh, and now he's starting for the Patriots. I mean, come on, guys. So, first 3 points. Tommy. Point number 2. They are good. Stop with the conspiracies. And point number 3, they're winning with Kent State quarterbacks. Guys, let's put it this way. As much as we all might hate the Patriots, as much as we all might hate a winner, we are looking at the greatest quarterback and probably one of the greatest legacies of all time in a coach with Bill Belichick, who are fueling a franchise that, when Tom Brady and Bill Belichick hang it up, could be regarded, and I know Pittsburgh fans might get angry, but they might be regarded as the greatest franchise in NFL history if they keep winning Super Bowls like this. That's number 5 just for Tommy boy. If they keep winning, we'll have to see who's going to be regarded as the greatest franchise in NFL history. But for my first moto vlog, coming a day after the Super Bowl, I had to bring up the Super Bowl. It was a great Super Bowl. I'm going to sound like Mike Ditka over here. It sounded like a great Super Bowl. It sounded like a great Super Bowl, and it was the greatest Super Bowl of all time. I mean, there's no doubt about it. First overtime Super Bowl, first biggest comeback in Super Bowl history, with the greatest quarterback of all time fueling the team that won. I mean, that's the greatest Super Bowl of all time, and you try and argue on me on that. If you want to comment below and argue till the cows come home, I probably won't respond back, because there's nothing to say besides touchdown Tommy. Here's what I'm saying. Love or hate the Patriots, you gotta respect greatness. Just like the Cleveland Cavaliers and LeBron James, you gotta respect greatness. And let me tell you this right now, I respect greatness. That's my first moto vlog, ladies and gentlemen. I'm back here at the shop. I'm gonna tell you this right now. Touchdown Tommy is in for another one in the next couple years. I'll just put it that way. That team's pretty nasty, and when they get Gronk back, you better watch out. But thanks for the first moto vlog, guys. Definitely make sure to subscribe to the channel. Definitely make sure to watch my individual moto vlogs. And if you like what I'm saying, or you hate what I'm saying, share. Thanks a ton for watching, guys.